The views and opinions expressed within the video content found on the Indie Comics Network are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of the Indie Comics Network or Ragin 2 Promotion.
Few things are known for being silly and scary. To be iconic in both has to be an accomplishment of some sort. Teddy bears, dolls, puppets, and love are just some of the things that straddle the fence, but none of them have had the range of being aliens, monsters, or even real life serial killers. But it's amazing how many have an obsession with or a fear of clowns. Let's join tonight's panel in a discussion of how we can use that iconic ability to cross genres in order to create new and inventive creations. And while we're at it, we may discover that one way or another, we may have been tortured by clowns. Right now on Dispatches from Outside the Box.
In the spaces, things exist. In the lines that form the network of your mind. Behind the retinas of imagination are the particles and peripherals that made you who you are. Turn off, shut your eyes, and listen. Dispatches from outside the box.
All right, and welcome to the show that scours the internet to inspire you to create outside the box. I'm C Michael Lanning, graphic translator, and your host. Tonight, I would like to before we meet our panel, would like you to like, subscribe, and share. Let everybody know of the horrors that we're talking about. We're talking about clowns. Let's bring out our first panelist, Mitch.
Hey.
Go
Sorry,
ahead and
I'll clean my
introduce yourself.
glasses. Hi, I'm Mitch Rogers. I'm a independent comics, horror comics creator, writer, and artist. I'm the creator of the Boger and Flesh and Blood collection, and clown aficionado.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. But you know B movies pretty well.
Yeah,
clowns have to be like one of the top creatures or monsters that they use in B movies, right? I guess it maybe because of the makeup so easy. Although, why do you think that is with this?
I think it's the creep factor that clowns typically have, because they're always in your face, doing tricks and all this stuff. So
with weird faces,
with weird faces. So I think that adds to the creep factor a lot, and plus just their outrageousness.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we'll get some more into that. We're going to bring out our next panelist. You may know him, Jared. Hey,
he's there somewhere.
I'm here. How's it going?
Hey, introduce yourself.
I'm Jared. I'm not too sure about clowns personally. Why do they exist? I think that's what we need to figure out tonight.
I hope you brought your A game then, because
I have no game, sir.
I have no idea. I mean,
Why do they exist?
They exist to be sexualized, maybe? No, that can't be right. Makeup,
You're making me blush.
Oh, we've already talked about that a
Pulling the
little
long
bit today.
stuff out of their pants.
Wow.
Well,
That's
you know,
tissue. It's tissue.
The more you think about it, the makeup, the colorful, it's attractive.
I mean, if you prick us, do we not bleed? Do you prick them? Do they not bleed?
they explode
Yes,
like a
but in
balloon.
multicolor.
That would suck. That would be hilarious, but suck at the same time because then they'd get goo all over you, right?
Oh my gosh.
Well, I mean,
With that, let's bring out our next panelist. Go ahead and introduce yourself, sir.
Hey, I'm Chad Perkins, balloon animal hunter, right here. So I'm the creator.
Where's your trophies?
They're on the wall over there. On the other side. So I'm Chad. I'm the creator of Blue Lullaby of Marcosia Enterprises. I'm the writer. I'm also the host, or one of the hosts of Shots with Comics right here on the Ragin 2 Indie Comics Network at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where it's me and my buddy get drunk and talk about comics. We're also kind of mean as well. And I also have a Kickstarter coming out too next week, which is my horror Cthulhian furry book, Legend of Sparkle Dog Don't Say a Woo.
Okay, so is it true that you have a fetish for clowns?
Yes, I have a wide variety of clown porn squared away on a hard drive.
You
And
can't
it
have
is clearly
both. You
marked.
can't have furries and clowns, Chad.
There's something there's something about seltzer bottles that just
It gets
the
my
way it sprays on
gives
me.
me a raging boner. Cream
get you
pies
wet.
all
Anyway.
day.
With that, I'm sure maybe our next panelist won't want to come out. Let's go ahead and introduce yourself, sir.
You bring me out to Raging Boners? Gee, thanks.
Oh,
Some people in some countries, that's a compliment.
Exactly.
well, hello to you too.
Hey now,
Are happy to see me.
everybody. I am Rodney Fike. I am writer, artist, creator from Haslam.com. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram just by searching Rodney Fike Art. You can watch me on the Haslam YouTube channel. It's HAZZUM. Or the easiest way to find me is just go to Linktree under Rodney Fike.
All
And
right.
you will find me there.
All right.
And I'm not sure how I feel about clowns, but my all-time favorite clown has got to be Paul Stanley.
There you go. There you go. So, okay. So that leads me to the first question. So, and I want to kind of I'm going to go across the room. We're going to start with you, Rodney. Go from bottom to top. When I say clown, what's the first clown that comes to mind? Because I want to range what everyone is thinking when you hear clown.
For me, oh man, it's when you say clowns, I have two images that pop into my mind. One is Michael Myers' mask, which isn't really a clown, but I always kind of reminded me of a clown. And
No, not really.
the other one is the clown from It.
Oh yeah,
Pennywise.
Pennywise, yeah.
Which one?
The original. Tim
Curry.
Yeah, Tim Curry.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
Just boom, there it is.
There you go. Chad?
I'm going to have to go with Rodney with Pennywise. But also, are you guys familiar with the movie FX2?
Oh my gosh.
The clown scene?
No, it's been years since I've seen that movie.
That scene,
What was that? Brian Dennehy, wasn't it?
I think so. I
Oh
watched
my
that movie when I was little, and that scene where he's like controlling the clown to fight has been a scene that has stuck with me for whatever reason through all these years.
Movies that I'm surprised they never remade.
Right? It's
Right
not that
now-
hard to do either.
Which, if you haven't heard it, I believe it's Brian Dennehy, and I can't remember who. It was a British fellow. I can't remember what his name was. And they use special effects to fight people. Don't ask me what the plot is. That's what I remember.
There wasn't really a plot to it. I don't think.
Why with that? Why do you need a plot? I mean, that's awesome as it is. We're gonna pass over Jared. Jared will be back with us in a minute. Mitch,
Yes.
how about you? What is the first thing that comes to mind when I say clown?
Bozo?
Wow.
Hall.
I'm
He's
actually surprised.
Yeah, because you think it would be a horror thing, right?
Yeah, we did. Like Rodney,
well,
I thought would say
Bozo's-
kind of like that, but
Yeah, Yeah, Bozo's more of like the epitome of the clown.
Oh,
He's
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of the one that we all well most of us remember from our childhoods.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see.
That
See,
was
Donna, even Donna. Hey, Donna. Donna says, Bozo, I think I was taken to see a live broadcast of Bozo, but I can't be sure. Too young to remember for sure. Here's what. Now, I just learned this this year, that there were different Bozos. I thought it was the same guy playing Bozo. Little did I know I was a Bozo, and there were several people playing Bozo. So there's a couple Bozos that passed away, and it was like Bozo of New Jersey. But I'm like, no, there's only
Yeah, they
one
were
Bozo,
regional,
right?
I think.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's kind of like the Buffalo fill in the blank. We had Buffalo Bill down here, but there was our Buckskin, not Buffalo. Buckskin Bill was here. Then there was a Buckskin somewhere else, something like that. But I couldn't keep up with that.
We had a
But,
Captain Kangaroo.
Oh yeah, well I mean, but he was the same though, right? They did change Captain
same guy.
Kangaroo, right? He stayed the same, right? Cameron says clowns. I hate clowns.
Oh, I love them.
Pop says, hey yo.
hello.
What's happening, Pops?
Indie Comics Network says, oh, you mean actual clowns? I thought we were talking some of these creators out there. Wow.
Ooh.
We don't need that saltiness.
Ah,
Of course, Pop says, me too. Nita, now I'm disappointed. Wow.
yeah.
Well, I did learn something today, and don't ask me what his name is. I could probably find it in a little bit. But the first person that put on makeup and went around being a clown, they still have memorial services every year for him, and it's been since maybe late 1800s.
Really?
Yeah. So that has to say that clowns are kind of like your I guess they're like your Disney theme park mascot kind of thing. They've just been around that everybody loves a clown, right?
Well, it's interesting you say that because does Disney have a clown? They've got a mouse. They've got a
Dumbo
dog.
dressed as a
May
clown.
have one.
Like a clown character.
Yeah,
Dumbo is dressed as a clown.
but he's not a clown.
There's that
Oh.
clown from Toy Story. And Chuckles or
That's not the
from
same.
Up.
But you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but it's not a clown. It's not a clown
Sure,
character.
that is true.
Get on it, Disney.
It's the first clown I really remember was Red Skeleton's clown.
That's
But the
going back.
first clown his name is Joseph Grimaldi. In the early 1800s, Joseph Grimaldi created the character Joey, who reportedly was the first clown to wear white-faced makeup and paint on large, smiling red lips.
Isn't that what the Joker was based on?
Okay. That's my question is this. What made you do it?
A fetish.
I-
It was a fetish.
Well, I know I can't remember if it was Greece or Rome or another one, but there was one ancient culture that would put on makeup, or their actors on like when they were doing plays, would put on makeup so you could see their faces better from long distances. That's where like the lines going down the eyes came from. So when you emoted your eyes, you could see it better from.
Well, that makes sense.
It looks
the
like
other
the
side of the
fifth
amphitheater.
dynasty of Egypt.
Yeah, because optometrists back then really sucked. It wasn't as well. Oh, he's back. I half expected you to come back with clown makeup.
No, not this time. I thought about it, but
So, how about you? What's your first? When I say clown, you think?
Bozo.
Wow.
Did I miss something?
Yeah,
No.
we were all supposed to say Pennywise. This was a scripted thing.
Well, that was
Well,
my
no.
second childhood
Well,
experience.
here's the thing.
clowns.
With Mitch back there with his vault of horror and his leather face and everything, you would expect, and this is why Mitch exceeds expectations. You would expect him to say Pennywise or Killer Clowns from Outer Space, something
Yeah.
around those lines. Though he said Bozo.
Well, I guess my first experience would be Ronald McDonald,
Ah,
Bozo the Clown, and then Pennywise. I
Yeah.
actually was not afraid of Pennywise at all. I related to him. And
Were you a giant spider monster in a sewer?
I mean,
Wait,
we all
please
have our issues,
elaborate.
Chad. I'm not sure why.
Well, to be technical, he's not a spider
poking at me.
monster. He has the ability to become a spider monster. He's actually shapeless. Because I read the book.
We talking about
good.
Ronald McDonald?
Yes, we're
No,
talking
that's
about
good.
Yes.
We are going to be talking about
Ew.
Stephen King movies and books at the end of October. So that's definitely because I know there's like a whole like mythology and everything in there. So
You
And
know
it's
you're a
very
gangster when you write a
complicated.
book with and put yourself in there and it's still good. Anyway,
is he a giant shape
That's
shifting
tough.
spider?
well, I don't mean he's Pennywise.
No, but he's a cranky old man.
The amazing
Different
thing
language.
was he was actually Stephen King in his own book.
Ah,
Like, who does that? And
I
it's
think
still
I
good.
He does. That's what.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
it.
you're right. Yeah,
he was the dead cat from Pet Sematary.
his name was Church.
Oh
Name-
my gosh.
Stephen Church King.
All right. Anyway, so clowns. But see, I used to think that maybe the zeitgeist or the fear of clowns really kind of came out of John Wayne Gacy and all that. But there was already a fear of clowns or perpetuating clowns as menacing before that. Like, I mean, for instance,
Tammy
like
Faye
we said-
Baker.
well, Joker.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Joker.
Well, Joker didn't. I don't think he made the fear of clowns.
No, I'm not
Yeah.
saying he made the fear.
He's just
of
talking
clown.
about the menacing quality of.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha. Fear of clowns is interesting to me. How are you afraid of just a dude in a big nose with makeup on? That's just celebrities.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say,
I always found that interesting myself because I'm not obviously scared of clowns, but I have friends that are absolutely
Hmm.
terrified of clowns, and I used to just get the biggest joy watching them freak out and do everything I could to get them in front of clowns, just to watch their reaction. Because
see, that's what I thought was funny about the show Supernatural. Jared Padalecki's character, Sam, he was
Mhm.
deathly afraid of clowns, and I'm like, you big dummy, what are they gonna do? Make you laugh? Make you smile? Make a balloon animal?
Out of your intestines.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
At the
it's
very
just
least, they're
nonsense.
just annoying.
Yeah, like they're not that scary. They're just annoying.
Yeah.
They
Well, at the very worst, they are. At the
Well,
very
yeah, well,
best, they're great and hilarious.
Well, you
Don't
take in
hate you, I
consideration that you have so many different types of clowns. Before we get into the scary clown, you got the hobo clown, you got the the joke clown, the little car.
car,
What is it? The
clown
little
car.
which we all
It was
drive.
a Mazda 2, by the way.
I thought it was a pacer.
One way or another, they started using those later on, I guess.
It was a Hot Wheels car.
But we can agree there was a hole in the floor, right? That's
No, they all
No,
came out of
No,
there.
it's a pocket dimension.
Yeah, it's all clowns have an interdimensional pocket.
there's mimes.
Mimes, yeah. Those are the worst.
Yeah, those guys always get in your way during traffic. They'll just
They
come up
don't,
the wall.
they don't answer your questions either.
There's something going around. I don't. I guess it's on Facebook or YouTube. And there's this mime, and he's at a like a Sea World or a water park,
Mhm.
and he's going around. There's this rather large woman with showing her stomach, like where I don't know if it was a halter top or what, and he did the same thing. It was behind her. You're like, okay, surely you're going to turn around. Somebody's going to punch you, right? But they get away with. How do you just put on? Well, never mind.
It's the
I'm afraid
makeup.
if I say you put on
Makeup.
white makeup,
You can't take them
everything
seriously.
might
Well,
take a
you
different
look
level.
at it and see it's a mime. You go from anger to pity because you're mine.
Oh, you're
Oh, you poor
alive.
soul.
I'm so sorry.
Is this what you chose to do with your life, dear?
Did your father not hug you?
You're probably
Too
making
much. That's why they're a clown.
No, mime. Mine's
Okay,
are,
okay, you're right. Yeah, that's
Oh,
Mine's are their
you
whole
went to
nother.
Oxford, didn't you? Poor soul.
Oh, Shaw.
Can't be
Aw.
too terrible. There's been famous mimes.
I do enjoy a good mime show.
Robin
I'm
Williams.
not gonna lie.
That's about it.
Like
A good mime show.
I like a good mime. Like
Wonder how hard
those
it was for Robin Williams to not say a word.
I love
Depends how
that.
much coke he had.
Yeah. He was just bursting at the seams. He
If
was.
he had no coke, he would have been just fine.
Aw, Robin Williams.
Oh, too soon.
Yeah, my heart.
Someone
One
had
thing
to do it.
But even with that, you still had to come out with something different. Clowns. I mean, well, I guess in some form, clowns have always still kind of had a mime quality to them because you couldn't hear them in the circus. Not really. They weren't sitting there telling jokes. They were still kind of a pantomime to what they did. If it was a seltzer bottle, the cream pie, or that feels dirty.
Whoopee cushion.
But
Well, they never.
so I guess my question is
Juggling too.
your question is what makes you okay. Let's talk about this first, and then I'm going to ask a question. Why would somebody be scared of clowns? And it comes down to, I can't remember what the name of the phobia is, but it has something to, what is it?
Chlorophobia.
The face
that's-
thing, right?
That's chloride. Isn't that the fear of chloride?
No, the fear
Oh.
of clowns is called chlorophobia. or
No.
colophobia.
It's something else. It's not dysplasia, or is it? What is
There's a
this?
Google.
Yeah, there is.
The fear
over
of
there.
clowns is called.
No, it's not the fear of
chlorophobia.
clowns though. But it's about a face. The reason being is because if a face doesn't look like a face,
Oh, like the
it makes
uncanny
us
valley.
uneasy.
Like the uncanny valley type thing.
Like ours face.
Yeah. Yeah. But from the comic, not the TV show. But no, okay, I have no idea what that
You're
is.
talking about a automatonophobia. Automaton phobia.
Hakuna Matata, what?
Yes.
Sounds like you're scared of
May be
Transformers.
influenced by the innate expectations of human behavior. Oh no, that's not what that is. There's giving
Maybe
me
that
all
could play-
kinds of stuff.
that could
I know
play
what
a
you're.
little
Damn it, Google.
I know what you're saying though, because I have the fear of porcelain dolls, and it's because of the face. It's
Really?
because of the yes, I do.
Chad, you'll have to give me your address at the end of the show.
I will break your skull. I will dress
Porcelain
up
dolls
as a
are creepy.
clown, and I will stand outside and breathe at you.
Well, that's what I said in that pitiful monologue was about. There are certain things that were they could be cuddly or they could be frightening. You had teddy bears, and dolls. Dolls are one of those things too. Like Robert the doll down there in Florida.
Yeah.
Like this thing.
Yep.
Oh my gosh!
You know
Have you
what's
seen
worse
Robert the
is-
doll?
Yes.
No.
I mean, I have. I don't know about everyone else here.
Oh, hold on. Have you
And-
seen it like in person or is it?
Not
Yeah,
in
the-
person, no.
the
No,
regular-
I don't know if I've heard of Robert the Doll.
Oh my
He's the
god!
inspiration for Chucky.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's the. It's
I
the
didn't
most
know that,
famous,
but I can see that.
It's one
I
of the
thought it
most
was My
famous
Buddy.
haunted dolls, is what it is.
My buddy, yes, but like
My buddy.
My buddy
Well,
was
the
able
actual
to go.
story. The actual story was the guy that owned him when he was a kid. Apparently, his aunt was into voodoo or something,
Oh.
and there was like a disagreement she had with his parents. So she made him a doll named Robert, and his name was Robert too. So, I mean, apparently looked just like him and everything, and stuff would happen around the house. He would say Robert did it, and then his parents would get onto him.
Oh, yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
that thing.
And then
Okay.
like other things would happen where the kid wasn't anywhere near the doll, and stuff would happen. So they locked it up in the attic. The kid gets married later on in life. After he's an adult, he brings the doll out of the attic, and everything starts again. So they put it in
Is that a
glass in
llama?
the museum. It's a dog.
It's a dog? That is a
Yeah.
frightening
I
dog.
know.
The
He's like-
dog.
Yeah.
God.
That is.
Well, this thing is actually pretty tall. It's I want to say like 3 feet.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big doll.
So big enough to kill a grown man is what you're saying.
There's people that when they were living in the house and they found Robert in the attic, right?
Attic. Yeah.
They found Robert in the attic, and I know this is kind of off subject, but Robert the doll is kind of a fascination for me. But they found him in the attic, and I think their kids kind of playing with it, but he showed up like at the end of their bed.
Oh, hell
They
no.
said he had a knife.
As you would.
So,
No, I'm gonna burn that whole place down.
Yeah.
well, they
Best
tried to get
believe.
rid of Robert. They tried to get rid of Robert. He kept coming back, so they gave him to the museum. And supposedly, in the museum, is you can't take a picture of Robert unless you want something bad to happen to you. If you want to take a picture of Robert, you have to ask Robert to take a picture of it.
Excuse me, sir.
Isn't this the one too where was also locked away for a while in the museum?
Was he
Maybe.
touching people?
I know, like I said, I knew
Yeah.
he was in the attic.
He was one of
Yeah,
the
he was in
clowns
the
that was
attic.
running around.
See,
But
that's
that's
the
just
kind of
one of those-
stuff you just can't believe unless you see it.
Sure.
And then you
Yeah.
know you don't want to see it
Well-
because then you're fucked.
Well,
Yeah.
let's
Well, it's not in the picture, but behind the glass case, apparently, there's all these letters from people
Yes.
who have taken a picture of Robert and, like,
I'm
you know,
sorry.
they go home and, like, their house burns down or, like, one of them dies or something. It's freaky.
That's what we call in the skeptic world a coincidence.
there's a lot
Yeah,
of
if it were one
coincidences.
if it were one or two, I'd
There's
believe
a
it,
lot of
but-
letters back
yeah.
there.
Wow.
but not
Amazing
but,
what you
but
do with a copy
something that is kind of. Have you ever seen the real Annabelle?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Raggedy
which is
Ann.
very,
Raggedy Ann
yeah.
doll.
Oh, yeah,
Raggedy
yeah.
Ann
Yes.
doll, yep.
Which is very clown-like.
Well,
Yeah.
see,
I
Leslie and
do not- I do
Leslie and
not like
Dumbfuck
Raggedy Ann
Warren. I can't
dolls.
remember his name. They were already defrauded though.
Oh,
I
were
never
they?
found anything that did.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, the
There's even a whole
Conjuring people?
documentary. I'll have to find it.
Yeah, yeah.
the Warrens.
But see,
and
you got
Lorraine
to.
Warren.
Okay, I haven't seen it, but when I did try to look for anything, I never found anything that was concrete. So you have with some of those defrauding stuff, they said, "Oh, it's defrauded," but they never really bring actual concrete. They bring about as much evidence as the other side in some of those
Sure.
things.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah,
I
like,
that's
guess it's
kinda
more
wild.
easy not to believe, even though you kind of want to believe in the supernatural.
I think it's more fun
But-
to believe in the supernatural.
It's fun, but it's like, did it happen? Because I didn't see it. So did
it
it
could be
happen?
psychosomatic.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Or if
Uh,
you're a follower of parapsychology, your mind wills it to happen.
Well, that's what
Yeah,
what
yeah,
what
something
he
like that.
basically just said. If you believe it, it's gonna happen, whether other people see it or not. Your mind already believes it, so you're already in
Yeah,
that
see,
mindset.
Donna does.
Right. Yeah. You give it power just
Yeah.
by entertaining the
Yeah.
thought that it could be possible.
Yeah.
Let me say, Donna, have you seen Robert? And have you and Carl been down to see Robert? I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, porcelain dolls are terrifying, especially when they look like clowns. The clown.
Oh my God.
clowns are scary. Look in that and if you watch that montage
Mhm.
earlier, you saw the big clown, like the big smiling clown, and you went down and it looked like the fingers were real. That was not a movie. That is an actual doll in the clown motel.
Really?
There's a clown motel.
Yes.
Oh, Jared, there is a clown motel.
Yeah, it's
Sorry,
it's
I
not
missed that part. I guess.
it's not it's in
Yeah.
it's not in Nevada, but it is in the middle of a desert, if I remember right. And
Okay,
it's
that's
It
what's
is-
called
it's
a warning
Nevada?
sign.
is it Nevada?
This says Nevada. I think
Okay.
there's two of them.
And it's like walls and walls and walls of just like clown animatronics and dolls and memorabilia, and it's just everywhere.
That's
People
what
are
I was
weird.
saying. Why are people? Okay, look. Here's the thing.
But why would you do this?
Oh,
What?
pictures.
That's exactly it. What is it about clowns that is so fascinating that
Captain Spaulding better be one of these animatronics.
Like your first idea when you wake up as a grown person is, you know
I'm gonna
what?
clown-
I'm gonna build a clown motel.
If you think about clowns, the first thing you do when you wake up, you're just a weirdo.
The only
Right?
thing that makes it weirder is
Hey.
where you decide to build it across from a cemetery. That
Well,
just
yeah.
says everything.
It's the
you
creep
know.
factor. You got to give them.
Is
a
it
reason.
across from a cemetery?
That it says no episodes of Ozzy and his son with Robert are crazy. Ozzy's very superstitious. Talk about the
Oh,
Ozzy and Jack.
Ozzy
show.
Osbourne, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, his
But what'd you
son
say,
does a
Vic?
lot of paranormal shows. I'm sorry, go ahead.
What were you saying though?
Yes, it's across from a cemetery.
It's across from a.
Oh yeah, it's that creep factor. You gotta.
Well, that's a good one.
It's
I have
referred
to be careful because I don't need some Rule 34 crap coming up.
Speaking of Rule 34,
Oh no.
Let's not do this.
let's
Look,
talk
I sent
about
Jared
sexy
something today.
clowns.
I said something to Jared today. Like it's crazy when I actually do pick these topics like a month, 2 months out, and they'll start showing up in my feed. It's insane. But
Big
like
brother.
the sexy clown started showing up today
You're
in my
welcome.
feed.
Really?
Well, this was a drawing, though.
because I said totally rad to you. That's why. Totally Rad Comics. They're bringing back sexy clowns, and I know
Why
Rodney
not?
probably knows who I'm talking about. So but-
Totally rad.
Yes, that is not an look. Let me put it this way: that is necessarily an endorsement. I'm just stating a fact. So,
That you're endorsing them or you're endorsing sexy clowns?
It's
I
all
will
the same in
endorse
the
it.
dark, baby. Just turn the light
I
up.
Honk, honk.
I will endorse sexy clowns
Good.
for
From
sure.
the one I saw, I endorse it too.
There's a whole Facebook group of sexy clowns,
I'm good.
and it's girls dressed up in clown makeup and how sexy they are. Yeah, this can burn in hell.
Well, no, it's
Think of it as a
crazy.
giant porcelain doll, Chad.
Can
I
you imagine?
fucking hate
Okay,
looking at this.
well, that's the doll right there that I
Mhm.
showed in the monologue.
About as big as you, right, Chad? That big red one?
Yeah,
my
it's
gosh.
not great to look at.
That's
I think
scary.
he's saying your name.
Just wants to
Looks
be buddy.
Looks like tiny. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He
No,
just
go ahead,
wants
you
to be
say.
your friend.
Looks like Tiny Tim from that one movie he was in where he played a clown.
Actually, you know that kind of looks like the doll
Don't
from
feed the clowns.
oh crap, that movie.
Yeah,
Poltergeist?
yes,
Thanks. Yeah.
Poltergeist. Yes.
Yes.
Poltergeist.
yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Poltergeist. Good one. That was pretty amazing. You were in my head there.
At least it's the one from Poltergeist and not the one from Scary Movie. Scary movie 2. When
Is that the
came
one
out
where he
from
puts the
under
bag
bed.
over the head?
Yes.
I remember that.
Oh my gosh.
That wasn't the Poltergeist scene though. That was the Exorcist scene, wasn't it?
Well, no,
it
he was
the
like
Exorcist scene, yeah.
he was like, oh, you ugly, but he put the bag over her head. She was a ghost or something.
Do you
But
want
yeah,
to do
just-
tongue? Nope. Keep it out. Keep the bag on.
But keep the bag on. Right. So I mean, okay, but here's the thing. I'm trying to find a picture of the room.
You
Because
don't have to do that.
Oh no, I have
yeah,
to. I want you to
this
know
is a
that
show
this is
about
out there.
clowns.
I
And we're in
want
a
this-
deep
I
dive.
wanted it all of its
Thanks
glory.
for the trauma, guys.
We're in a
Just
deep
got out of
dive
therapy.
This
Oh,
is a
no,
deep
what's coming
dive.
up?
Gotta
Have another
figure
drink.
this
It'll
out.
numb the pain.
Shots with clowns. But no, okay, so and I remember a lot of if you've had an old person in your family, they've collected something around these lines, whether it was a clown or a porcelain doll or porcelain clowns. It was
Yep.
something about that, and I think even that adds to that mythos, that fear that kind of comes with it. With I don't know, old people. I know
The
but
fear of old people.
the fear of old people.
Is that related to clowns?
Well, let's find out tonight.
Okay.
See. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? No, we've asked that question. But I guess. But okay. But what do you find enjoyable about clowns? I can see that sometimes they're antics, but they were like the seltzer bottle and the pie in the face. If you see it once, you really don't see it again. I mean, it's not funny the second time usually.
Yes, it is.
Depends on in context.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
you're not expecting it, all of a sudden, they pop it out and shoot someone with it. That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But if you're expecting it, it's there it is.
Yeah. It's all about the timing and when it really comes down to it. Like if somebody's not paying any attention and you see that the guy like creeping up with the pie behind them, and they turn around and you just smack him in the face with it, that's really funny because it's that timing of it.
You must be right because I'm laughing now just thinking about
Right.
it.
Or if a pie just comes out of nowhere and smacks somebody in the face and the clown's not even on screen and it's just bam and you're like, So it's that timing. It's not about seeing it over and over again. It's the timing.
Yeah, it's the timing, and it's like a good comedian that will take you all the way around the park to get to a point.
Yep.
and then smack you right in the face with it. And you're like, then you realize, oh, you saw it all along, but you didn't realize you were seeing it. You know, a good clown that has a good routine does that. It's kind of the rope-a-dope thing. It gets you looking this way and then hits you that way. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, comes a seltzer bottle and blah. Yeah. So,
and it's also the reaction of the victim with, for lack of better terms. It's
they have to be able to switch it up, you know, based on the reaction or no reaction from, the victim. Exactly.
Right.
Well, it just goes right back to the stand-up comedy that we were talking about a couple weeks ago. And there's a scary image.
That's the original Ronald McDonald.
Yeah, I know it's creepy. No, that's creepy.
That man was a pedophile.
Was it? Yeah. Okay. This is okay. Which one was the what?
Was his
now,
name?
Willard Scott came in later on, right?
I don't know the history of Ronald McDonald.
Willard Scott. Which one? When did Willard Scott become? Hey, guys out there in YouTube land, if you know when Willard Scott became Ronald McDonald, let me know. Because at first I thought this was him, but this seems like might be a little bit too old.
Willard Scott was Ronald
Oh,
McDonald.
looks like him.
Oh yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to go look for it. See. Yes, Willard Scott.
1963.
The Smuckers meteorologist guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, maybe it is. See, there you.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like him in the eyes. That ain't Willard Scott.
Yeah, he played it in
doesn't look-
1963 was when he first appeared as Ronald McDonald. Thanks, Google.
It sure is. Okay,
Huh.
so Willard Scott was the first Ronald McDonald.
True story.
I do not think Willard Scott was a pedophile, though.
I don't think he was either, but he sure looks
We'll never
like
know
one.
now.
Look, a man
Sure
who can
somebody
put
would've complained.
a cup on his nose. There's a lot of questions that I have for this man.
They
Okay.
paid him $35 a week to do that.
Oh hell yeah! Back in
Oh.
1963.
Yeah, God.
I'm guessing it was that much.
Well, you know what? We have the internet, right? Let's find out. How
That's
much
a good
did
story. Yeah, good question.
All right.
How much did they?
Because if it's on the
pay
internet, it's true.
Willard Scott, right? Scott to be Ronald. We are TV. Blah 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 blah. So if something comes up that in my search, just let you know.
A naked Willard Scott.
Rule 34, Willard Scott.
You do know that search engines
No.
have options
Yeah, there's
to
safety
hide
features.
stuff. Right.
Oh
so-
yeah, no.
Chris
Okay.
is on that
We-
sexy clown fit, so he's good.
That's right. But
Honk,
Put
honk.
down.
Honk, honk.
you can't.
Honk, honk, motherfucker.
I got.
But so what do you think is the thinking here? Okay, so the only thing about this, the only thing that's clownish about this really is the suit, right? We're gonna put a cup on his nose.
Well, it's
I guess in
definitely
all honesty-
design.
He has a fanny
Look at them
pack to
fries.
put his fries on.
That's
Why?
Look, he was ahead of the curve. You wanted to know where fanny packs in the 90s came from? They came from clowns. True story.
Oh,
Look
no,
at
it
the
makes
Dude,
original-
I had one. If I knew I could put French fries in there, I would have done it.
Man,
Freaking tater tots like Napoleon Dynamite.
this
God.
this man is very scary looking. Like,
But
It's
kids
one of
loved
those
him,
designs that got better with time. Less
Yeah.
is more.
yeah,
yeah.
I
Let's
mean-
replace your box with a red throw.
he looked like he fell into a
That way it's
trash
more
can and then
diverse.
popped out again.
You know, for our ginger fellas, ginger friends.
You're not telling me how much you paid.
Today I learned.
Yeah, but see, I mean,
I guess I died with him.
but you did say you said it yourself.
He died?
Ronald McDonald. Well, how much he was Willard Scott? Yeah, he died a couple of years ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did he?
I'm pretty sure.
I said he did. The internet said he did.
Yeah, 2021 last year.
If I said he did, and since I'm on the internet, there you go.
This is Chris's show. If he said it, it happened. Damn it.
It's fact.
It's all fact.
But yeah, but you talk about Ronald McDonald, and yeah, that was it's been part of pop culture. It's definitely a facet in the American. No matter how annoying Ronald McDonald was.
You know, I know the Japanese love their McDonald's too. Is he a
Did-
fixture over there as well?
Yeah, they
From everything I've seen on YouTube, because I like watching you two. I see a lot of Japanese stuff and McDonald's stuff and all that, but I never see Ronald McDonald.
You know who
There's
I
a
do
Japanese
see?
Ronald McDonald. His
Oh, yeah.
his slogan is his saying he goes run run roo. You can Google it. There's a commercial of him.
Must be a
So-
Japanese thing.
Yes.
Run, roo.
Yep.
Yeah. I
Ronald
know he's
McDonald
not
Japanese.
around anymore here because they got rid of him.
They did.
Did they get
Yeah.
rid of him?
Yeah, they got rid of him because he was making kid. Yeah, this is a true story. This is why they got rid of him because he was making kids want McDonald's.
The nerve.
Oh my god.
Bastard!
Yeah,
I thought that was
he
the
I
whole
feel like
point
he
of a
snuck that
mascot.
in on us.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's the
yeah,
whole
no.
Ronald's fault.
It's-
The whole
Now
point
he's
of a
just
mascot is to get you excited about the product.
yeah, it
Now
was
we just
in
want
that,
McDonald's
like,
because of
big-
depression.
He was in that big like health food anti-trans fat crap.
Damn it,
that was-
Michelle Obama.
Yeah,
Put your thing up.
yeah. All these groups went after him. Was like, because of Ronald McDonald,
I
kids
feel
are
like I
eating
might need to
fast
run
food.
something.
It's like,
Oh bullshit. Kids are
It's
eating
like-
fast food because you know what? We're talking about clowns, not the reason why Americans.
Oh,
are
we
fat.
are definitely doing a show about the Ronald McDonald gang. I mean, there is such.
What's a
Happy Meal and
grimace?
Everything. Huh?
What's the deal with Grimace?
It's a purple butt plug.
What is he?
I
A
thought
butt
it was like a
plug.
giant chicken McNugget that was purple. That's what I thought.
See, what
You're
people
the
don't realize is,
what happens when you
what,
use
what Grimace is what happens to the McDonald's in your bowels when you eat it.
That is a
Now that makes
theory.
sense.
That is definitely a theory. I like
He's
that.
an intestinal blockage, is what he is.
He's the reason why we need 3 heart bypasses.
So in the occurrence, what does your face do? You grimace.
Exactly.
Oh man.
It's the
Now,
constipation.
what they should have done is replaced Ronald McDonald with the Hamburglar to get kids to give up their cheeseburgers.
Well, see,
They
that's
didn't think
telling
about
kids
that.
bad too. It's okay to steal another kid's hamburger.
Sure is.
It's okay to steal as long as it's a cheeseburger.
Look,
Beat
look,
that
McDonald's
Hamburgers are
playgrounds,
off limits.
McDonald's
If you're gonna
playgrounds were
steal-
already conditioning us for jail. Because if you remember, they had that
Bars.
big old
Yeah.
police officer hamburger, and you would get up in the thing. What was that? I mean, really, what was entertaining about being inside this thing and it had bars? I was in it. I loved it. It's just like
If you
had
put it
bars all
outside and put
around.
bars on it, kids will play on it. That's
Yep.
what it was.
That's
It's
what it
true.
was.
It's true.
I
It's
mean,
like this neat.
when I was
Growing up in
elementary
Louisiana,
school-
I mean, it was probably headed towards that way anyway. With being in jail.
in elementary school, one of the things on my playground was literally a cylinder that is
Yep.
normally used for sewer pipe
Yep.
as something to go through and jump on. That was, yeah.
Mine was a giant shape, like it was like a big shell, but it had monkey bars all over it. It was cool, and man, I hurt myself on that a lot.
I mean, look at this thing. Why? What is this kid doing?
Oh
in this
yeah.
thing?
He's in
Yeah.
jail for being fat. That's why he's
He doesn't look fat.
That doesn't look fat, but he's
not to
doing.
him, not right now.
George, good evening, fellas. Heard you were talking about clowns. Yes, we are talking
Yes.
about all sorts of clowns.
Man, Ronald McDonald is. I loved the excitement of going to McDonald's because of Ronald when I was younger, but after I ate it, it was like
Yeah.
I hated myself after.
It's the grease.
Well,
That's
I
why.
mean, the whole aspect of McDonald's was built on that clown. Let's face it. You had the fake clown that was sitting on the bench. There was a plastic clown. That's the only fake clown that you were okay with. I mean, the whole thing. Not to mention the masterpiece Mac and Me, where you had the hip hop dancing.
Classic.
I have a question.
No, we have not talked about Homie yet.
Who's
No.
Homie?
It's coming.
Homie
Oh,
don't
yeah.
play that, George.
That's-
Homie don't play that.
I have a question. Has
Yeah.
anybody on this panel ever been to a McDonald's where there was a Ronald McDonald in the building?
Thankfully, no.
A physical one?
Thankfully, no.
No.
Physical
I
one.
don't know. Actually,
I
now
have.
that I think about it, I haven't.
Tell
Was
us
it
about that
weird?
experience, Rodney.
Yeah. What
How did it
happened?
make you
Did you beat him
feel?
up?
I didn't bother me. The funny thing was that this guy was so annoying that the parents were yelling at him for him to leave them alone so their children could.
Aww.
Well, that's why I'm
Wow.
here.
Like, I'm here to annoy you and your kids. Like, that's why
I'm
I'm
getting
here.
paid $35 a week to do this.
Hey, you need a Big Mac. Anyway, to
Eat my
answer chat.
cheeseburger while it's hot. Piss off.
I'm sure. They just hired a homeless guy off the street to dress up as them. That's all
Yeah,
that.
he was probably
Okay,
wanting some
speaking of
change.
homeless guys off the street, this is Homie the Clown. Homie, don't play that. Homie is a skit from In Living Color. That's where you know about Jim Carrey and everything. That's where this was Damon Wayne's character. It was huge.
This was comic.
How many? Oh my!
Yeah.
You couldn't go to
gosh,
school without hearing kids say that crap.
Oh my!
Oh,
I don't
Really?
think so.
Popping you in the
Homie
head.
don't play
Homie,
that.
don't play that.
Homie don't play that.
So funny.
Basically, but they would kick him in the butt. Like they would just. Let me see if I can find it. But yeah, basically, the kids would be horrible children. Sometimes they'd be played by adults. Sometimes they'd actually be kids, and they would kick him. They would kick him or whatever the case is. And he had like this sock. What was in this sock?
like
I kept
quarters
thinking
or
of, like-
something, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like
Was it-
change.
Yeah, ball bearings or something like.
No, it was
Batteries.
quarters.
Smacking
Batteries.
kids with the sock. He would hit him like, "Ah, homie, don't play
Yeah.
that."
It
He's
wasn't like
basically-
tap. It was.
He was a ghetto clown. Is
Yeah,
what
he would flog them with his sock.
Well, let's talk about that for a minute. Those clowns that aren't really scary, they're funny, but they're horrible. Krusty the Clown. Oh
Hey,
my god!
yeah.
What kind of acid is Krusty?
I love Krusty, man.
Krusty's great.
The thing about Krusty is Krusty just has some like problems. You can just tell by looking at him. Like he's not even funny. The fact it's not that he's funny in the traditional clown sense. He's just so sad. It's really
Yeah.
Well, it's because it's where his life took him. Was this? He's known as the clown. Like that is his identity, and that's kind of scary when you think about him. And that's kind of what makes him funny, I guess.
Yeah,
in a
right.
way.
He wears his makeup in everyday situations.
He does
every day. Yeah.
And then there was that one. What was it? Where Homer Simpson was supposed to be Krusty the Clown.
I was very disappointed. It didn't turn out
Yeah,
to be
like
Homer.
that was like a big episode, or that was like a big thing at one point.
Let's face it. Homer was too funny to have been Krusty the Clown.
Well, it was supposed to be like a secret or like a double.
Well, he's unintentionally funny. He's not trying to
Oh,
be funny.
This is true.
Yeah,
Homer's oblivious. Krusty,
Yeah.
you know,
but you know that
Miserable.
that was a thing, was going to be a thing, right?
Yeah.
Where Homer was supposed to be Krusty. So,
Oh wait, they were gonna make that like
Uh-huh.
canon or
Yeah, it was
something?
supposed to be a thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was the reason why Bart loved Krusty so much, is because subconsciously it reminded him of his father, and it was supposed to be Homer. And I don't know what happened, but
they decided not to do it.
yeah.
They probably saw the comedy potential in Krusty as a character.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Well, it
You
probably would have
couldn't-
ruined Krusty, I guess. In
You
the
can
Yeah.
pull
long-
that off. though.
Because the whole point was that we didn't really know who Krusty is. We just knew him as a clown.
well,
So-
the best part is he had a kick-ass sidekick, Sideshow Bob.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah.
on,
Yep.
Kelsey Grammer.
Oh,
He had a
right.
bunch of
yes.
sideshow guys.
He had a thing for Bart. He wanted to kill Bart.
He
Remember?
had Sideshow Bob. He tried to kill Krusty, and then so they basically gave Sideshow Bob a whole different arc in the series, because when it first started, he was just Krusty's,
Sidekick.
mate. And then yeah. And so then it was Bart that exposed him, which started the whole Sideshow Bob wanting to kill. But you had Sideshow Mel. Nobody talks about Sideshow Mel.
There's a
Sideshow
Sideshow
Mel.
Mel.
Shakespearean actor
Yes. Yes.
who goes on these like long Hamlet style soliloquies.
I mean, oh my
I love the
gosh.
Simpsons.
Simpsons are
That's
great.
horrible. Just watch the internet, kids. It's so
I
horrible.
will
Yeah,
always
but-
watch the Treehouse of Horror stuff.
But yeah, I mean, Melvin Van Horn, better known as Sideshow Mel, is Krusty's sidekick. Like the only sidekick that didn't want to kill Krusty, I guess.
I mean, why would you want to kill Krusty? He's amazing. Oh, him.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually never knew his name.
Yeah, Sideshow Mel.
Okay, gotcha. I've seen him before. I never knew his name.
That's like they ripped him out of some Shakespeare in the Park
You know what?
Yeah.
Chad, you should play him. You've got his build.
Thank you.
I would love to see that. That'd be awesome.
I will make a costume of that.
And I can play Krusty.
We can
Do you
sell
smoke
comics
enough
together
cigars?
dressed as them.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, we'll be our own booth babes.
So basically,
You gotta get your cigarette voice down though. You
Yeah.
gotta make some Pall Mall
Hey.
or something.
Oh. Doesn't
Hey,
he
kid.
talk like this, or is like it's very like, hello?
Operatic, yeah.
Alan
Yeah.
Whitley, Krusty. Yeah, it's very.
I'm gonna kill you, Krusty.
On tonight's performance, we will entertain you with Othello.
Sideshow Mel's too good to try to kill Krusty.
Yeah.
He's like above Krusty, and he knows it.
Yeah, it's above. He's above. Yeah.
Sideshow Bob, however, even though he was the same character, but just that there's like a tick in the back of his head. Just kill.
Doesn't okay? So Kelsey Grammer does the voice for Sideshow Bob. Doesn't David Hyde Pierce do the voice
Of his brother.
for Sideshow Mal?
No, it's his brother. He did his brother. Who does the voice for Sideshow Mel? No, it was his. Well, I mean, maybe I could be wrong, but I remember they had an episode where Sideshow Bob's brother showed up.
Dan Castellaneta does Sideshow Mel.
That doesn't
Okay,
surprise
that's
me.
Homer.
He does,
That's
like,
Homer.
half the
Yeah.
That's
characters.
Homer.
Homer and Krusty.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, but he did show up as Sideshow Bob's brother.
Okay.
And he tried to frame Sideshow Bob to blow up the dam over Springfield because there's a dam over Springfield. Why not? And so basically, he was going to blow up the dam, blame it on Sideshow Bob because Sideshow Bob had just gotten out of jail for like good behavior or whatever the case was. And basically, at the end of this whole debacle, Bart, Sideshow Bob worked together to stop his brother. And Sideshow Bob goes to jail anyway because, we don't know why, but you might as well just go back to jail. Basically,
You're gonna do something.
And of course, this was at the height of Frasier, so that natural chemistry is just there.
Yeah.
Which I don't, aren't they bringing that show back?
Frasier?
They're bringing
That's
Frasier,
been
yeah.
a rumor
With
for
a dark
a while.
drama
Yeah.
twist.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. I'd love that. I love that show.
You know what's funny is they had the Marvel. Kevin Feige gets up in front of that big screen and they show the next phase of the Marvel movies or whatever the case was.
That no
And
one's going to see.
Yeah, with everybody. And what it had was like the first one was Frasier, tossed salad, and the second Frasier, scrambled eggs. That's what it was.
The Fraser
funny.
universe.
The Frasier universe. Absolutely. Let's do it. I mean, if you're going to bring back, if you haven't heard, spoiler, Hugh Jackman for Deadpool 3. If it's true.
It's true.
It's
true.
true. They confirmed it. Yeah.
Has he ever
It was
played
legit
Wolverine
in a
before?
Ryan Reynolds video.
Well, yeah, I know that,
No.
but this is
Deadpool
still
3.
Ryan Reynolds we're talking about.
It's true.
Hugh Jackman. I am very excited to see his Wolverine portrayal.
To be fair, I kind of thought so because the last month or so, he's been posting some gym selfies, and he only seems to do that whenever he's training for Wolverine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, Ryan Reynolds
should
should stop that. He'll never get to be Wolverine. It's like,
I think it's going to be his last go, and he'll have some kind of incursion.
well, he said before though that he would come back if he could join the Avengers.
Well, I think it's Patrick Stewart's fault. He's like, you told me you're going to quit. Now I have to do it myself. One more time, kids.
Yeah,
But in
we'll
a Hugh
see.
Jackman voice.
We'll see.
And then
Not even
funny.
the Hugh Jackman voice though, right? It's his
Well,
Wolverine voice.
You know what we need?
It's Hugh
Australian
Jackman's.
accent well,
it's Hugh
Mike.
Jackman's Batman voice.
Do you know what we need in the Marvel Cinematic Universe right now? A clown supervillain. A clown supervillain. That's what we need.
Don't they have one? There's
Well,
Arcade.
technically, Songbird
Well,
used to be
yeah.
screaming
Not a clown.
Mimi when she wore clown makeup.
Was
Who?
she screaming me? Oh, she was
Songbird.
screaming Mimi.
Yeah, Songbird when
yeah,
she
Well,
was screaming Mimi.
Typhoid Mary.
Oh yeah, that's a
Yeah.
great
That's
character.
DC
Yeah.
though,
Who
isn't
needs
it?
to be in Daredevil? Born Again.
No.
They were
Marvel.
going to put
Oh.
her in season 4 of Daredevil before they canceled
They
it.
should have, because that's
They
a
were
great
going to.
potential
Was she
right
the one?
there.
Was she the one that gave people diseases?
Yeah.
Evildoer.
Was she
Mhm.
okay?
She has multiple personalities, and
Yeah.
Camarez
She's like Delula Dent,
Kazimerazak.
but with superpowers.
Bless you, sir.
This guy's hobby is okay. Hold on, I'm putting it up. Damn it!
That was another clown character that I really wanted to see more of was Delula Dent, and every time they put her in
Dula?
anything, yeah, Dula Dent.
Yeah,
I've
the
never
Joker's
heard of
daughter.
this one.
Was that evildoer? I thought that was the mime.
Better known as a clown.
Oh,
There is a bad guy called the mime too.
He's an enemy of Hawkeye.
Looks like Rutger Hauer.
Oh, he's in
Kinda,
terrorist
he's in the Hawkeye
movie.
TV show.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, is
Yeah.
that the main guy who
That's-
was in charge of the gang?
Yeah, I think it was the
Who played opposite of Echo?
yeah, it was that guy.
Yeah.
Him.
The
Yeah,
one that
he
was well, I don't want to be mean, but he reminds you of Jon Snow.
Yeah,
Yes.
he was
Right.
poor man's
yes, John.
See, I wasn't trying to be mean, Jared.
John Foe.
John Foe.
Dispatches is a safe space.
Tell me where
Snod
John
Joe,
Foe
that's
touched
just
you.
his name. No,
But yeah, clown. Can you Kazimeraz?
Yep.
Okay, so he was basically
Bless you.
one of the tracksuit guy. Yeah, the tracksuit guys.
Yeah,
But he
was
didn't
the
look like
main-
a clown. You kind of
No, he did. Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't. He didn't don the identity of clown. God, when you say that out loud, what's your supervillain name? Clown.
well, it could be evildoer. I mean, really.
If it's
Yeah.
evildoer, then he needs to
Which
rock
one would you
that.
prefer?
Well, just look at Marvel's other
Sideshow
villains.
Mel's
You got
name. Evildoer.
Evildoer.
Siltman.
So who
Yeah.
created the evildoer? Was it George Bush?
Yes.
Maybe.
It's a Nancy Reagan villain. There's something about those lines.
Evildoers.
Oh, golly.
They're gonna get you.
Yeah.
If your
Then,
if your
he
name
murdered
is
Hawkeye's
evil-
neighbor to torment it, then along with the tracksuit Draculas, they came to the funeral of that neighbor and they
Wait,
tried to kill him.
Tracksuit Draculas.
I love it. No,
yeah,
That's the vampire sect.
yeah, that's the
We need a
That's
tracksuit
us.
Dracula.
Yeah.
Yes.
Their
If that's
colors are black and red tracksuits.
Now, the way things are going, we need tracksuit Dracula. That's
We
just
do.
Yeah, instead of from Transylvania, they come from Brooklyn.
I thought I was going to say Pennsylvania, but sure. Why not?
They don't turn into
Instead of
bats.
saying
They
bro,
just
they're
jump.
like blah.
Yo.
They don't even turn. They don't turn into bats to fly. They just jog faster.
Hey,
Hey,
yo,
did
we
you
gotta go
know-
over there.
Transylvania University is in
Let's go.
Kentucky.
I
Is
would
that where
love
you
that.
learn
I'm
to
sure
be
they have. There's
Romanian?
tracksuits there.
There
There's got
are.
to be tracksuits there. Now there just needs to be like some kind of vampire cult. Underneath there.
You've heard of Skull and Bones. Now, tracksuit vampires.
Tracksuit Draculas. What?
Here's the twist with clown makeup. See how it comes
I'm
back
digging
around?
this.
Back
Yes,
around.
absolutely.
We give you
Totally.
fangs and polyester.
Yeah, they
Hong
show up to
Kong.
their meetings in the tracksuits and the makeup, and they just stand around going, "What next?" No,
It's noon. Wait a minute. That doesn't work.
Get some A Clockwork Orange vibe with those vampire clowns.
You could just imagine. Yeah, it does sound like something that would have been in the Warriors.
Yeah. Oh
Just
yeah.
one of the
yeah.
gang.
I'm
Well,
sure there
there's
were
a-
clowns, weren't there? Like with the
Yeah,
suspenders.
sure.
Yeah, the baseball Furies.
Well,
Yeah.
in the
Oh my God.
video game Manhunt, there is a gang I think called the Clowns. I could be wrong, but
Yeah, they're the.
if you ever
they're,
played the
Batman
game
Beyond, the
Manhunt,
Jokers.
Yeah. they're the main. They're the main gang. I thought in that game.
yeah, I think they are. Awesome
So-
game if you've never played it.
Never
What is
played
this,
it. Wanted
Manhunt?
to.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
It's,
back in the early 2000s or no 90s.
mid 2000s.
Yeah.
It's like you play this
PlayStation 2.
guy that was kidnapped by this organization who produces snuff films, and basically they're you're in this like arena with cameras all over, and you have to sneak around and fight for your life. And the
Mhm.
point is that this organization makes snuff films of you killing people and then sell it for entertainment.
That sounds vaguely familiar.
It was a
There was a
It was-
movie about that.
Well, see, that sounds kind of like 31. Rob Zombie's 31,
It does
Which I
sound
was-
like an Oscar-worthy
which
film.
I was highly disappointed in. I thought there was
too.
going to be more clowns. I really did. I thought it was like.
I thought there was
31
gonna
Well, they're
be more
supposed to be
Halloween in it.
clowns, aren't they?
I thought they were. I don't. It just didn't seem to
Isn't
be
Rob
any-
Zombie's all their movie? Isn't all of his movies just about clowns?
No, they're all about just being disappointing.
Aw.
Hey,
Because
That
you
is
expect
fun.
so much, because you're like, this dude loves horror, so you know you're going to get something good. And then you watch it, you're like, there's 1,000 ways this could have been so much better. The idea,
well, he's
the idea
a
is
huge
there.
fan of.
Wait, was that a
of-
pun intended?
Probably.
Pun intended. Okay, good. Good.
Yeah.
Well, he's a huge fan of like the low budget grindhouse films of
Yeah.
yesteryear, like
Which
the
he nails
Texas
that
Chainsaw
aspect.
Massacre and stuff like that. So his movies all kind of have that aesthetic, and I think he goes more for aesthetic than content. a
Because
lot.
he does
Yeah.
nail that feel.
yeah.
you
Yeah,
know?
I mean, it's obvious. Every time you watch it, it's like I'm watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre all over again.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for the
Except
40th
Texas
time.
The
Chainsaw
dialogue isn't
Massacre.
as good.
Yeah.
Oddly enough.
Like,
Man,
Oddly enough.
it's gonna be really weird when you watch the Munsters movie and you're like, wow, this is like watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Dude, I have no hope just with the previews.
that would be.
Yeah,
It's
I
on
was-
Netflix now, right?
That was
Yeah,
I
I
haven't
know.
seen it yet, but I have no hope
I
for
heard
it.
it's on Netflix now.
Speaking
I'm going to
of
give it a
cult-
shot, but I don't
Speaking
know.
of cult classic stuff with clowns, Killer Clowns from Outer Space is probably one of my favorite
Knew that was going to
Yes.
come up.
movie. Yes.
All right.
Come on,
Well,
we
let's
have
hold
to
on
talk
there.
about it.
Let's hold on. We're going to take a couple of bumps and we'll come right back and talk about
Fuck
that.
you.
Well, I'm going to segue into the video games, but you had to keep talking. So
There
anyway,
is a
we
video
got into
game.
Rob Zombie.
There's
What
a video
better
game
way to-
coming out. So
What better way to segue into a bump than talking about Rob Zombie? We'll be
Bump.
right back.
Oswald is the greatest sorcerer of our time. He lives in New York City, and he happens to be a mouse. And he has serious evil goblin problems. In this 4-issue epic adventure, Oswald finds himself rescuing a traveling warrior gnome, Daphne, who seeks revenge on an evil goblin who murdered his family. A goblin that now lives with one of Oswald's neighbors, a giant spider. What will Oswald and his newfound friend, Daphne, do? Find out in the pages of It Broke Free and Couldn't Read, now on Kickstarter.
Now on Sunday mornings, longtime independent comics creator Randy Zimmerman brings to you a podcast that talks about the lighter and more whimsical side of comics, the fun side of comics. That's right. Sunday Funnies is back Sunday morning, 9 a.m. on the Indie Comics Network on YouTube. Check it out. Special guests, great comic talk, good times. See you there.
And this chat has me going through all those back issues looking for clowns. I didn't see any though. But whatever comic book that you have, maybe you're crowdfunding a clown comic book or a horror comic book, or of course a tracksuit Dracula comic book. You want to protect those comic books with a Gemini mailer. And what better way to do that than to save 10% on your next Gemini mailer order? If you have the electric bill like I have, you really need it. All you need to do is go use that coupon code Ragin10 over on the Gemini mailer site and get yourself, 10%. And then if we've offended you tonight, please don't write in. Want to ask us a question, though, or have a comment for us to address on the show? Have an idea for a topic you want us to talk about? Email us at raginabc@gmail.com. There's no such thing as a dumb question, but our answers might be. Speaking of hate mail,
Guaranteed.
like you said something about hate mail, Chad, and
Yeah.
I actually posted this on Facebook, and my wife said it's best that I turned it down. But if you ever get a chance, look up Bob and Dave hate mail.
I was going to say, we got hate mail?
No, but if you want hate mail, you take a lesson from Bob and Dave. And if you're sensitive to racism and stuff, do not watch this clip. But just they're trying to get hate mail. They were upset that they didn't have any hate mail, so they tried to generate hate mail. I had to
They made
delete
it a point to get
We got
hate mail.
we got a complaint. I know that, and that was awesome.
What was that about?
I have
Oh,
no
we're
idea.
degenerates, right?
Yeah,
We're degenerates.
That's
yes.
not a complaint. That's
I don't know.
It
They
was
were.
a compliment, right?
I think it was Nita was saying that we've already got a complaint of shots with comics. I'm like, hell yeah.
I was gonna say that was my next thing. It was probably shots with comics.
Yeah, it was my.
It was the alcohol talking. I promise.
Yeah,
Sorry,
no, it was the
we
book
s-
you were
Xanax.
looking at.
I'm sorry we said that autistic people aren't people.
Now, one thing I could say about
There
this show,
is context to that. It was
Yeah.
one of the books we were reading.
yeah, it was there. You turned so red, you could have been a clown. Oh, wow. That's not what I wanted to show. Okay, hold on.
Show
All right, here we go.
I love-
Reimagine. No, I don't want to reimagine the clowns.
Why? They look beautiful.
There we go.
Killer clowns from outer space.
It looks
Killer
beautiful
clowns
until
from
you
outer
realize they're
space.
porcelain.
Oh, wow.
That's
This-
some funky looking porcelain.
were,
It
though,
looks
weren't they?
dirty and
They were
thought it
made
was
out
rubber.
of like I think they were made out of a combination of porcelain and like paper mache.
I was gonna say paper mache.
Yeah.
Well,
This
yeah,
I-
you're talking about real life, but I mean, like, they were, like, I know they blew up, like, this guy's nose kind of shattered.
Mhm. If I remember correctly, this movie was supposed to be like a show off of what the Chiodo brothers could really do for like effects. So this movie really wasn't meant to be a cult classic. It was just meant to say, "Hey, this is the stuff that we can do."
Meant to be a commercial.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, or like I used to say, portfolio piece.
There you go. Yeah.
So,
So why did they decide to use clowns as a way to show?
I think because
Nope,
you could do more of
why the hell
elaborate
not?
stuff with them. Maybe because you had like the boxing glove.
Just in the
mat
caricatures, you can do more with the
scene.
expressions.
Yeah, yeah.
I do like the shape language, the way that they look, you know, the heads and everything.
Well, they're
they all
memorable.
look unique individually.
Yeah.
Yeah, each one, it's like when the moment if I'm like walking in a store and I've seen this movie, I can immediately say that's Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Like kind of like with Pennywise, they have like that identity to them. And I think that's one of the reasons why they're a great cult classic to me anyway. I love this movie.
When I worked at Hollywood Video for a while, this played all the time.
Really?
It wasn't me. It wasn't me doing it.
Oh. Wait, you were allowed to play this on the screens?
Oh yeah, we could play what we wanted.
Didn't they like punch people's heads off and stuff?
Yeah. Like this movie was not, and then they also like
We
melted
just
people
strictly
with
played it
cotton
in the
candy
kids
and-
section.
This was the time when VHS and DVD were dying.
Yeah.
I don't even think streaming was going on yet, but it was pretty much on its last legs anyway.
I think it was Netflix at that time, right? Netflix was still doing the DVD in the mail.
Oh yeah, I think so. I think it was just starting.
Redbox.
Yeah.
Oh God, Redbox.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this was still way before Redbox too.
Yeah, this was 1988. Was when this
But like Rich and I were talking about, B movies like clowns are kind. So, okay, here's the thing: is it that clowns are cheaper to go to as a monster or as an antagonist?
Well,
Is
I
it-
think
No, go ahead.
I think it's a mental thing. Like, I mean, it's obviously overdone to an extent,
Yeah.
but you know, like that killer clown series they have. I can't remember the name of it, but it's kind of overdone. But I think the point is to take something that shouldn't be scary and flip it on its head and make you scared of it, or children for the most part, you know, because that's who's normally going to be scared. But yeah, it takes something not scary and make it flip it on its head. So
I think from a cinematographer's point of view, as far as movies and stuff go, I think it's the contrast of the white face when the shadows that they're going to use in any horror movie, and because usually the red hair, it's going to photograph black and shadows, so it's that contrast. That's just a thought that I was thinking when you were talking about that, Jared.
Right? Yeah. That makes
oh yeah, with the man who laughs, that silent film, what the
Yeah.
Joker was based on.
Yeah.
It wasn't supposed to be makeup, but it was white makeup, and it accentuated the shadows because it was black and white. It accentuated all the
Yeah.
cracks and crevices. And
I think with a
Made it
B movie,
creepier.
in a B movie standpoint, with somebody with no budget, clowns are cheap to do.
Exactly.
I mean, that's and come look at Clownado, which I hate you see for that.
That's not a
Oh,
thing.
That is a thing.
Chad, that's
Coming
right.
to sci-fi.
I'd hate to go throughout this entire stream without you. Please, giving us a rundown of Clownado.
Okay, so
Because they don't
Clownado-
just travel in cars anymore.
No, they travel in tornadoes. That's a thing. So Clownado was from 2019.
Really?
Okay. Yes. It is about this.
At least they're not remaking crap anymore.
Oh no, it's a remake.
Oh, is it really?
Well, I mean, it's Sharknado, but with clowns.
It's
right?
You knew it
Sharknado
as
with clowns.
you knew it as Twister.
Yeah.
Does it have Terry Reid in Tara Reid in it?
She
Doesn't
might
that
have been
do
in
the
Clown.
soundtrack as Twister did?
This time, she's the clown.
I'm shocked you guys haven't heard of Clownado.
No,
I'm actually
I've
like,
heard of
glad
it.
that C heard about it too. So
I-
or he's seen it.
I've heard of it.
Well,
I have,
they were capitalizing on the Sharknado craze at the time.
Jesus
So,
H.
hey.
Christ.
Yep. So
I got an idea.
Clownado.
Sharknado, but with clowns. So-
Clownado.
Oh, it's got Linnea Quigley in it. Cool.
I don't know who that is.
Oh yeah, I have no idea who that is, but I'm guessing she's hot.
She was. Now she's over the hill. But have you ever seen a Return of the Living Dead?
Oh yeah, one of my favorites.
The punk chick that dances naked. That's her.
Oh, hell yeah. On
I
top of
can
the
watch it
grave,
again.
right?
Yeah.
She basically strips down.
Yeah. Back in those days, she actually had a stipulation in her contract back then that she had to appear naked in at least one scene.
See, nowadays
So
women are like,
every
I
scene
don't want
she's
to
in-
post naked, but they do it anyway.
Oh,
Then bitch about it.
she's the stripper.
Yeah.
Clownado.
What? Is she a stripper in Clownado?
Yeah,
Oh,
she's not
on
naked though,
Clownado?
but she goes by the name Spider in it, and she's
Well,
in the bar.
Well, if you've seen her now, you don't want to see her naked.
Well, no,
Those days
I'm
are long past.
Depends how much you're
that's
gonna get me
not
drunk
nice,
first.
but I mean it's true.
It's not nice, but it is true.
It's true. No, Clownado follows the story of this girl who wants to leave her circus performing ex-boy or what is it, the ringleader of the circus, and instead of just leaving like a normal person, she hires their local circus witch to cast a spell on the clowns that puts them into a tornado for some reason.
Well, see, if she just left, there
Oh,
wouldn't be a
bitch.
movie.
I mean,
Right? Yeah, I know, but that was like my whole thing of this. I'm like, if she would have just got in the car and left.
Those guys were like
If
smoking
it's
some
anything, I mean, all her
serious
luggage
shit.
would have fit in it.
Yeah.
I mean, really, we know that.
Those guys were smoking some serious shit watching that first Sharknado, and they're like, dude, you know how we could one up this?
With fucking clowns in it, and it sucks
They
too
watched
because like
Sharknado and then followed it up with Dumbo.
it's not even like they're not even cursed to. They control where this tornado goes. So them being in it is more of just like a mode of transportation. Like,
Get in the tornado, we got a job to do.
it's their clown car.
yeah, it's their clown car.
You could
Is
fit
And
more
the
clowns in a
tornado really
tornado.
small?
No, it is a very tiny tornado. It's not that big. Like just some wind blows and there's like glitter everywhere, and then
You're
like
like,
the
Oh hell
clowns
no!
pop
Category
up.
1 tornado.
Yeah, it's not very menacing, but the clowns rip people's faces off and just kill people for
Oh,
fun.
cool.
I will say the gore effects are pretty good, but there's only so much I can.
Well, in a lot of the bad movies, bad horror movies, that's usually the best part is the gore because
Yeah.
that's the only thing they know how to do good.
And sometimes that's all you need, though. Like with those movies, because that's what you expect. But they had way too many scenes of them putting their hands in strawberry jam and like wiggling their hands around. And at one point, somebody took
That's
out
in
a
the script?
salami. Yeah, so somebody took out a salami and started cutting it as somebody's leg, but you can tell it was a giant salami. I'm not making any of this up. This movie's real, and I sat.
Where is this at? For
You can watch
public
it free on Amazon Prime.
Amazon?
It's free.
Yeah, it's free. It's an hour and it's like an hour and 40 minutes.
I am not watching that for free.
I got through about
that
40
thing is
minutes
of
of it.
Because
He was like, I got to watch this one.
Because we were seeing when
Why did this win an Oscar?
I was very
talking
shocked.
about that though, it made me think of a book that I read not too long ago. That's actually an independent comic from John Lees. I can't remember the artist name right now, but has it? Yes.
Yeah,
It's
I own the first trade of this. Yeah, I do.
So I guess you would call it what? Has anybody else read this? It's from Comics Tribe.
Rodney, I'm shocked you haven't read it.
I don't get that much.
Oh, okay.
I mean, this is.
Looks like Mitch would like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't heard about it.
Yeah, I'd like to read it for sure.
This takes. Where does this take? It's Glasgow.
Yeah, Glasgow, Russia, and it's about this guy.
Scotland.
Is it Scotland? Oh wow, I'm just.
Glasgow's in Scotland. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Scotland.
well, I'm not good at geometry, so. It doesn't
Those are my ancestors. So,
Yeah. Or geography.
Oh no.
It's the alcohol talking again.
But no, so basically these guys walk. These clowns are in a van driving around.
Well.
Yeah, it never does. And it's kind of it's really about the city Glasgow, or about being, how horrible it is.
Mhm.
But there's these clowns that ride around the van, and if they grab you, they're going to make you a clown. Like they heighten you up with like laughing gas,
sir.
and the nose has like teeth that clamp down on you. Is everything? It's
So they took an episode of Aqua Teen Hunger Force and turned it into a comic book. Because there is an episode where Carl gets infected with clown blood.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
Oh, I remember that.
It's like that, but except it's just crazy people. They're not. It's not like anything really supernatural, except for this guy here. Where's the? He's a furry, but he's not a furry.
His name's Dig.
Dig. Yeah, I actually have that one. I haven't read that yet. But he goes around and he kills clowns. But that's not it. But the whole stories don't really. They're in the story.
It's the only overarching link, if I remember correctly, because it's an anthology series.
Thank you. I couldn't think of the word. I wanted to say anesthesia, and I knew that wasn't right.
It's an anesthesia story. It'll make you sleepy.
But if you haven't checked it out, it's a Comics Tribe. John Lees, who is from, I guess he's from Glasgow, but that doesn't seem right either. Doesn't seem like it's Glasgow.
I don't think he is. I think John is from. Hang on, I have him on Facebook.
Me too. I have him on Facebook too, Chad. Jeez.
I'm just making a comic.
I talked to him. Golly.
I have retired porn stars on my Facebook. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Have they ever done clown porn? Is that a thing?
That is a thing.
He is
from Glasgow City.
Is he? Okay,
yeah,
I
he's
thought
from Glasgow. Yep. Huh.
See, there's a kink for everything, buddy.
Yeah.
Hong Kong.
If it exists, there's a porn version of it.
I get everybody go look up Rule 34 of clowns.
No! God, oh my gosh, how dare you? This is what I get for having you on. Oh my gosh. At your own risk, if you want to go look up clowns and Rule 34, go right ahead.
It should be considered medical advice.
I thought this was a family show.
Nobody ever said that.
Shit.
Ever said that.
This is not
did you guys see the warning at the beginning?
This is a family show for the Manson family.
Well, every time me and Chad open our mouths, you put that.
The views and opinions expressed within.
See, every time Chad and I open our mouths, see?
Yeah. Now I've got a verbal one, so that's really going to be.
You're just happy you can actually make her stop talking.
I do. If I can make anybody stop talking, I do. Whoa! Wow! No.
Oh no! Finish that sentence. Go on.
I'm scared for you.
I hope she's not watching.
I'm scared for you.
I thought she commented.
You're going to see a bottle
she
fly
did.
through.
It's okay if I say it because I don't live with her. So
brace for impact.
Also to see a frying pan hit him.
With a few exceptions, the characters on this program are weird and peculiar and not to be trusted.
No, you can trust me.
This is true.
You can trust me. I'm a clown expert.
But one of the most horrifying things when we were kids was this right
Happy birthday, whoop-de-doo, whoop-de-doo.
I forgot about that.
I do not remember
guy.
that. But
Mickey
that
the
is
Clown. You do
fucked
not
up.
remember Mickey the Clown from Garfield and Friends?
Garfield.
I watched
What's his
Garfield
name?
Friends.
Binky.
Huh? Mickey the Clown. I could not be if he was in the series in the strip. I don't remember. He might have just been for the cartoon.
I have a question.
Oh.
Is Beetlejuice a clown?
I
No.
thought about this. Yeah, he's just dead, right?
He's a mime. He's a clown mime.
That
No,
dude
he's
is
just
not
a dead
mime.
guy. He's a ghost with the most.
Yeah, but you know,
The ghost.
I feel like there's
ghostess.
some makeup, the suit.
Well, you had to
But
make
no, I
him
thought
look
that
bad.
is that makeup or is that decomposition?
Decom.
Yes, decom because he's got mold growing on him too.
Yeah. It's decomposition.
He's
However,
kind of
I will.
a clown. He's funny.
He's funny. That's what I'm gonna say.
He's
But
funny.
that could also be a stand-up comedian. So
True. Is the mask a clown,
No,
or is he
No.
more of a god?
he's not a god at all. He's the mask of Loki.
Well, yeah, that kind of makes him a god, though, or a
No,
demigod at
well-
least.
Well, in the comic, he's an African mask.
Is it?
I thought it was
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I remember it being very violent. It wasn't
Yeah.
very funny at all.
Yes, it is an awesome. It is.
That's where a brilliant
awesome.
artist got his start, by the way, Doug Mankey.
Yep.
He still
I
does
have-
mask drawings on his
Yeah.
Instagram.
So when we talk about sexy, terrifying clowns,
Mhm.
we bring up Harley Quinn. Now,
Oh,
my
please
question
no.
is: Harley Quinn even Harley Quinn even a clown anymore?
I mean, yeah, I guess
They still put makeup on her in a way.
yeah,
You know,
I
they-
think
I don't
she's
know.
now just in name only now, but when she originally started her, her
Oh,
whole
yeah,
gimmick
she was-
a
she was-
clown,
Yeah.
What a great
now-
visual too, and growing up seeing that on TV. You know,
but, mhm.
I was like 12 or 13, and I was just like, "That's a great design." You know,
Oh yeah. Well, the first episode with her was her and the Poison Ivy episode, where they
No, I thought
They
she
go
started off on her first appearance was a Joker episode.
it is.
Well,
It's-
as a background character, or as a
was
as
it a background character?
She was
I
his
thought it was the
mall.
one.
Yeah, she was just a thug, and then people were like, "Who's that?" They're like, "Oh, let's."
But
give
no,
her-"
because I thought it was the episode where basically he fired her.
No, she was with him throughout the entire
Well, no, she came
animated
back
series.
to him. Yeah, she came. Well, he went back to her, or he got her, or whatever the case was.
I don't.
The first appearance was Joker's favor.
Mhm.
Kirkland, the episode. Charlie Collins, a malmannered accountant, comes home bad day of work, curses the bad driver, another town, where Harley is waiting for him. The favors follows. She will open the door. So I guess I'm wrong. Which that's not surprising, but it's the one where it's kind of the one that they followed it in
Gotham City Sirens.
No, because basically animated series must have did it first. You remember it was with the death of the family, not the Jason Todd death one, the other one that Snyder did. But in that trade paperback, there was a short story where basically somebody said Joker needed a friend or something like that, and so the guy kind of ends up getting tortured by Joker like throughout his life because he basically said all the guy needs is like a friend or something like that.
Oh,
It's pretty messed up, but it's kind of that's what it looks like that episode was. He said something about Joker, and so the Joker was, always there.
huh?
I
I
know
don't
y'all
know
think
what
I'm
she-
crazy.
No,
No, I just
I have to go find it. I have it over here somewhere, but it's another Joker story. I know, right?
yeah. She always.
I mean, can we
intended to
talk
be
about
one-
clowns and comics and not talk about the Joker? I mean, it definitely
we-
needs to be touched on.
I
Is
mean,
he even a clown anymore?
I mean,
One of the three Jokers is the clown.
he's not
Yeah.
really that interesting anymore.
Well, just Batman in general isn't interesting anymore, but that's a topic for another day.
Yeah,
Yep.
We
Well,
should have
okay.
an episode where we shit on Batman.
could
We
just
will
do a
have an
whole
episode
on
about
how-
Batman. Well, we
Just-
have to have an episode on Batman because it is an iconic character, regardless.
Yeah.
Regardless of how you feel about it, everybody here has been touched by Batman.
Ew.
I have.
You know, he is rich. I wouldn't let him touch me.
Yeah, if he gave me money and
You
made
would
me
be
a
a
Robin,
Robin,
I
right?
would, yeah,
I'd be a Robin. Skimpy green shorts.
I'd
Look at
wear
me,
whatever
I'm
you want,
Robin.
Bruce. Give me money.
Actually, originally, it wasn't skimpy shorts. He did have leggings. It's just they were
Well.
flesh colored.
Well, I like the idea of just the shorts.
Yeah, who wears
You know,
short
Wow,
Not
do
me
you?
personally,
Wow.
me wearing them with Batman.
First, you have Bruce Wayne touching you, and then you kind
Well.
of wanted Robin to wear the shorts.
Everyone needs a sugar daddy, and it might as well be Bruce Wayne.
I mean, why
What,
not?
what Bruce
Yeah.
Wayne being a sugar
There must
daddy
be a
or the
Lego
sugar daddy
Batman.
being Bruce Wayne? I'm
I
kinda
have two
confused.
daddies. We're co-parent. What is the kid co-parenting?
Batman's the mean parent. Bruce Wayne's the one that just gives you money.
Is that how it is?
Go do
anyway?
something, kid.
Good dad, bad dad. That's right.
Exactly.
Oh,
Bad.
say
Who
what
are you right
will
now,
about that
Dad?
movie.
Who are you right now? Even
So now that we've gone off the rails, we might as well go around the room and tell where we can find each other. Rodney,
Sir.
you first.
All right. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram by searching for Rodney Fike Art. Or you can find me on the Hasm YouTube channel. That's HAZZUM on YouTube. Or you can just go to Linktree and search Rodney Fike, and there I'll be. You can see all of my books, such as Peanut Pudding and Jelly, Pitter Patter, Unchained, and Roadkill Rampage.
All right. Chad.
You can follow me on Twitter at Casual Nerd Chad, where you can see all of my updates for my upcoming projects and also just random thoughts by me. You can also join me on the Indie Comics Network with Shots with Comics at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Mondays. So where it's me and a buddy who get drunk and talk about comics, and we're kind of mean.
Just a little bit. Jared.
well, I'm Jared. You can find me on Facebook, Jared Lockhart 80. If you want to make fun of me or just be my friend, we can be friends if you want to be friends. But that's where I'm at.
All right.
He's done.
Yep, done. Mitch.
Yeah, I'm Mitch Rogers. You can find me at Linktree/Celtic Cross Studios, where you can find my website, apparel store, and all my socials. And you can look for my next campaign starting probably at the end of October for the first issue of the Boger ongoing series.
Yeah.
Are you scheduled for any shows coming up? Supposed to be on Zimcast tomorrow, or?
I might be. Usually, I don't know until like either the last minute that night, or the night before, or that day. But probably, if you,
Okay.
yeah,
All right, cool.
yeah, have been on them,
Yeah,
or on
probably.
it. So probably.
Well, you can find you here next Tuesday, right here, 8 p.m. Eastern, where we're going to begin our spooky month, and we're going to do that by talking about vampires. The
Clown
whole
ones?
well, they could be, right? Is there clown vampires?
Yeah, the whole tracksuit
Yeah, the
vampire.
tracksuit
No, the
Dracula.
Draculas, right?
Yeah.
I don't. I
We
think-
just talked about this, dude.
Yeah, but I felt like we kind of made them clowns, just because, like.
Oh yeah.
I don't.
That was my
I don't feel
idea.
like that was. I don't feel like that was
Cha-ching.
canon.
We're all writing
But of
that
course-
down.
Of course, we'll be talking about vampires. We'll be talking about bloodthirsty vampires. We'll be talking about redeemed vampires. We'll even talk about sparkle vampires. That's right.
No.
Sparkle vampires.
You mean
No,
you mean
no
sparkly
Edward
gay
Cullen.
rock? They're sparkly gay rock monsters. They're not vampires.
I'm a
I thought they were
vampire, so
fairies.
Sparkle.
Because they live in the woods and don't suck blood.
Oh,
Sparkle.
my God.
They suck something.
Anyway, with that.
They suck tampon. Never mind.
Oh, okay, I'm C Michael Lanning. You can find me on Linktree that has all my links to everything that you can find. Please do not Google me because I do not know what's going to show up, especially clown porn.
Rule 34. C Michael Lanning.
You go. Good luck. I might do that. Hold on. No. Okay. Anyway, so I'm going to leave you with a commercial that I have seen. People have said that it is creepy. They have said that it is cute. They said it is endearing, and they say that it is frightening. So I'm going to leave you to judge. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Breakfast. I'm I'm hungry. Take it from Crinkles. That's me. The best breakfast under the big top is Post Sugar Rice Crinkles. So crinkly, so delicious, so different. Each grain of rice in Sugar Rice Crinkles is crinkled with honey and sugar. It's so good, I crinkle every time I eat it. Yep, no matter what other rice cereal you've ever tried, you'll love Post Sugar Rice Crinkles best of all. Honey and sugar make it different and wonderful. A circus of fun to eat. So you crinkle on down to the store for Post Sugar Rice Crinkles, the greatest cereal treat on earth.